This will be you one day, turning up late and that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm always on time.
Yeah, and it's staying on there as well. Anyway, October Red's here with Jeamie Takivi. You may be watching this on YouTube or listening to it on Apple Podcasts, who knows? But we're grateful to be joined by boxers heavyweight Jeamie. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Break down the fight, because you might be a little bit annoyed with me, Jeamie, because I was in Cardiff at your opposition show. I never got to really watch your fight live. So for the viewers, break it down, the whole experience of boxer in Poland.
Do you know what? Probably the best experience, man. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed Poland. I might even go back there for a little holiday because that's how nice it was. It was a very good experience with the whole Boxer and Sky Sports team and my own team. It was just amazing to spend time with the other boxers as well. So it was just great. It was great. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But the fight, okay, so the fight, I had to, first round, I had to really work him out because obviously I saw videos of the guy and I saw that he comes out quite fast and he's heavy-handed and he knocked out someone who had 34 fights and 33 wins. So I know he wasn't no joker. I think he was on a 3-fight KO win streak. So I knew that he was coming to win. He had fans, his hometown, not necessarily his hometown, but his country. He had fans anyway, but he came to win. So I had to feel him out a little bit, jab to the body and whatnot. And he tried to start a bit fast, but the jabs to the body kind of neutralized, like stopped him in his tracks. So when I realized he didn't have nothing left, he didn't have power that I thought he would have, and he had nothing. He was literally blowing after that first round, and after that, I said, you know what, let me take him out. I don't think he has, so I started walking him down, and when I started walking him down, I think that was the beginning of the end. Hit him with a double left hook body shot. He went back to the ropes, then I chased him with a right hook to the body, then left hook, then chased him and went through.
Boy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, as you heard Johnny Nelson said, chopped him up. I chopped him up, and and he didn't want to get up after so he went down first time. Then the second time he went down, I saw him spit out his gum shot. I knew he was done. Yeah, I knew he was done. Yeah, that's it.
The preparation then, I mean, fighting abroad, something that you haven't done in your pro career. Did that have an effect? Because remember, the only reason why I asked this, remember the first time when you had your debut and you were saying, I think the bright lights, it was like, you don't really realise how big it is. Now you're stepping into another country. What was that like?
You know what? That feeling only lasted for that first fight and only that first round. After that, since then, and all my other fights has been okay, but like, I've boxed abroad loads of time in the amateurs, loads of time, countless times, and I've come across hostile fans and people around, so I'm used to. I was expecting a hostile crowd, but it wasn't really hostile. They were quite nice and they welcomed us with open arms, so it's quite good. But I don't know, the atmosphere was good. I felt at home, to be honest. There's another ring that we got to fight in, so I just felt at home. Yeah.
You're scoring nicely, you're progressing nicely in your heavyweight career. And I remember the last fight you had, you weren't too happy with that, but you've made up with it with this one. I want to talk to you about the British heavyweight division. You know, Sky are really propelling you on there, that, you know, they're putting you out there. We're starting to see you everywhere on social media. Your thoughts on the British heavyweight division and what's been going on with, obviously, this British title where everyone's arguing with each other?
To be honest, like I said, the heavyweight division in Britain is thriving, and it is the best era of British heavyweight boxing that we've seen in to be honest, not even in a long time, ever. Let's put it this way: there's a lot of talent in the current division, and with that title thing where they made Frazer the mandatory, I just feel like Adelaide deserves it, only because he has more fights. He's been a pro a bit longer, and I feel like that fight makes more sense. But I guess Frazer is ranked quite high on the ranking, I think above Adelaide actually. So I guess that's the reason why he got made mandatory. But I know Frazer's game. I know he wants it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take that from him. Even if you tell him no, he's not gonna. You can't take that from me. So Frazer's not gonna turn that down either way. So Yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's funny how everyone's arguing for it though. That is funny. But eventually everyone will get their turn. You know, the year is it's still, well, we're nearly halfway through the year, but still, fights will still happen. And everyone will be able to get the fights that they want.
Fabio Wardley is our British champion. We've got Solomon Dakers, that's our English champion. Like you said, you know, we're in a good era of heavyweights. When you look at the fights and you see the challenges that Fabio's got to face with Fraser or David or, you know, Solomon, how do you see those fights going?
I mean, they're all tough fights. I'm not saying any fight is easy. They're all tough fight. Everyone's gonna come game, and it's for a British title. Everyone's gonna give it their best. You know, obviously I don't know how it will go, but it will just be tough fights. That's how I look at it. It's gonna be tough fights for everyone involved.
You mentioned David, you see him as the more credible opponent, the more worthy opponent to go for the British title. How would you see that fight going with Fabio and David?
I don't really know. Both big hitters, you know, as proven with their records. You know, both very athletic guys, big guys. So to be honest, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I can't even tell you what's gonna happen in that fight. But I wish the best for both men.
What I will tell you that you said is that you said Fraser Clark should be fighting you. I need to get your thoughts on that because we look at Fraser and the reason why it seems like an out there comment, Fraser is an Olympian, is a medalist, so we can kind of see why he's been pushed up the ladder. So I've got to ask about that comment. I've got to.
No, I already said that to make him bite. You know, he always bites. I said, Fraser, you got to fight me. Yeah, exactly. And he bit. Is it so? That's Fraser anyway. We know that we're gonna build it to a bigger fight. It's gonna be a bigger fight. I'm just getting on his nerves, and I know I get on his nerves. But yeah, it's all what you call it, love and war, or yeah, you get me? All fair, exactly. So yeah, I just like getting on his nerves, to be honest. That's all. Yeah.
When you do eventually fight, why do you believe that you'll beat him?
I believe I'm all wrong for him. He
Talk to me.
You know what? He doesn't see it, but I know I'm all wrong for him. He's gonna think it's an easy fight. Maybe he doesn't, but I know I'll be all wrong for him. People haven't seen the full Jeamie TKV. Every fight is different. You get me? Every opponent brings something different, which I gotta bring something different. So Fraser's gonna bring something different. I'm gonna bring something different. So he's not gonna expect the same Jeamie TKV that he's gonna go and study. It's gonna be a different Jeamie TKV that turns up on him, a very good one too.
Fighting talk, we love it. So when can we see you back out, Jeamie? Because, and I will say, you're trimming down again. Obviously, you're still a heavyweight, but I'm saying that you're looking like you're really working on getting that, you know, physique into shape.
You know what? It's funny.
You're running that,
Yeah, trying. But I mean, like my debut, I was like 107 kilos. So my second fight, I was 112. I feel like that's the perfect weight for me. And then third fight, 116, then 118, then back to 117.7, basically still 118. But I feel like between 112 and 114 is an ideal weight for me. Like even now, I'm not really at, even my last fight now, what weight I'm at right now, it's not ideal for me. So I still need to work. I still need to put in more grafts. That's all. Yeah.
So when do you think you'll be back out again, Jeamie?
As soon as possible. I mean, I'm waiting for any date that is available for me. I'm ready.
But to be fair, we are here at the press conference for the rematch between Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr. Your thoughts on being on a card like that, massive card, pay-per-view?
That'll be amazing. Like my brother Chris Congo bots on the first one, so it'll be a blessing to bots on the second one. So yeah, man, it'll be good because it's a big card, big pay-per-view. I know a lot of eyes will be on this one because it was a good. The first fight was a good one. Yes. So yeah, now it'll be good. It'll be a blessing to be on a show like this, man. This is a massive show. So yeah.
Jeamie, we wish you all the best. Thank you so much for coming back on the channel. Like I said, it's October Red. You might be watching this on YouTube or listening to it via Apple Podcasts. But please go and support Jeamie Takivi. He's there on Instagram. I know he's on Twitter. He's there causing havoc in the heavyweight division. Thanks for being a guest.
Thank you very much.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.